We got dinosaur poop. It is definitely not pudding.
Alligator
Oh, that's funny.
Anybody want to look for some? Anybody need any of that paleo poop?
You need some paleo
Need
poop.
some paleo poop in your diet?
No.
Why not come over here and try it? It's
Ew.
not delicious. Even more nasty than vanilla and chocolate sushi roll.
Sushi.
You want to eat some sushi poop?
Yeah. No. I want to eat sushi.
You want some chocolate sushi?
Pudding.
Some pudding?
It's like a thermal camera, you know?
Can't see it. Can't see it.
The ghosty pictures you see this all the time. It's like a thermal camera.
The T-Rex, guys. Cason's going for it. He's not scared. That's pretty actually kind of scary.
It really is.
Could you imagine if that thing was alive? Yeah.
Maybe you can get off right before it gets to you.
Here's the view, guys. We are at Parrot National, I think it's National Science and something museum. No, I said natural. National, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna make a video. So we got right here. We got the plate carpus right here. This thing is really cool. It's like really super long. Actually, it's what it says on the board there, but I think it's a Teethosaurus. That's pretty cool. It says it inhabited the shallow coastal seas of northwest Africa, and this primitive mosasaur translates as the sea goddess lizard, and it grew to be about 10 or 15 feet in length and retained its primitive limbs and pelvis, and it swam by moving its tail and trunk side to side, moving much like, you know, swimming lizards do. So that's pretty cool. And this preceded the later Mosasaurus, the plate carpus. Okay. And so down here, you actually got like a tiny version of it, and this is called the Dallosaurus. And so the Dallosaurus, it says once prowled the shores of the western interior seaway near Dallas. Its narrow body was roughly 3 feet long. The creature swam with an eel-like motion similar to modern aquatic lizards. And it's got primitive limbs including clawed fingers and toes. That's pretty cool. I like that. So the Tylosaurus, it says once ruled the tropical seas that existed where you now stand. This mosasaur was a powerful swimmer, propelling a body nearly as long as a school bus. And it had large cone-shaped teeth that could crush prey with a single bite, and its meals consisted of fish and birds, cannibalizing other mosasaurs and sometimes swallowing small plesiosaurs whole. Whoa, that's crazy, dude.
Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, and then these things were, and not only that, they were just freaking massive, and that would be very scary to encounter one of those.
Yeah. I mean, this is real actual life size, folks.
Yeah.
And speaking of real actual life size, check out that turtle up there, bro.
Yeah, and then you got this really just super massive like turtle, dude. I mean, just crazy big. Like, I can't even describe to you. This thing's massive in person.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, it's like 10 people or more put together, you know, easily.
It's easily like the size of 2 hippos.
I mean, look how big that skull is right there. Look at that thing. It's crazy. But yeah, the Protostega turtle, which we just talked about, was about 80 to 79 million years ago, and it was right here in Rockwall County, Texas. And says it patrolled the tropical interior seaway, gobbling up slow-moving jellyfish and shellfish. The fossil above you is the largest known specimen of its kind. Notice its big head and beaked mouth. Although this turtle was roughly the size of a small car, its unique internal shell structure made Protostega relatively lightweight, and large sharks and mosasaurs hunted it for food. Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
It's really practically about the same size as Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So damn tall, so big. So
Yeah.
Vast.
It's massive. It's crazy.
Massive.
So right here, we got some really unique creatures. You got this smaller version, and you got this big version. They're two different types of dinosaurs. This one's a hard to pronounce one. I'm gonna try my best, but it's like I'd say like a hip silophodont, something like that. And yeah, it's crazy. But apparently it traveled in flocks, moving from plant to plant, plucking tasty leaves with their narrow beaks and their snout. And it was a gazelle-like dinosaur, and it typically grew to lengths of 10 feet.
And this must be this one up above it.
Yeah,
should be the
this big
Tenontosaurus.
Yeah, this is like you said, the Tenontosaurus. And
names are kind of hard to pronounce, folks. You have to bear with us. We're doing our best.
But imagine this magnificent creature moving gracefully in herds across north and central Texas, weighing perhaps a ton, pass the day browsing on easy-to-reach vegetation with its easy
115 to
20 beak.
112 million years ago, this animal, this creature existed.
Pretty cool, though. It's a pretty big dinosaur. Probably more of a passive dinosaur, but I still kind of crazy to come across that. Yeah, look at this thing though. This is really crazy, like tall. Like I wish I could get a good picture of this one. It's so freaking tall. And we're gonna probably go upstairs here in a second and check it out.
Hey, Daddy, look at this deer.
Yeah, that's a deer. You got a deer. You got like a cougar and an eagle.
A cougar is gonna jump and bite the deer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we got the T-Rex here. Obviously, everybody knows that. And he was in the western North America's, top predator near the end of the Cretaceous period, and he weighed about 6 tons. But he was a fearsome creature, and he may have chased down his prey at an astonishing 20 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. And then you got the Alamosaurus, which is this really just massive dinosaur here with a super long neck. And 67 to 66 million years ago, he weighing over 70,000 pounds. He was one of America's largest dinosaurs.
Hard to believe civilization existed back then.
Definitely not. This gigantic herbivore lived in far western Texas and the American Southwest, preferring to inhabit warm, dry river basins. And it says Alamosaurus juveniles may have formed groups, but adults were likely solitary, and their massive size probably scared off all but the largest predators, such as the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's crazy.
Pterodactyl, Kason.
Yeah, and then you got the pterodactyl. Holy crap, that's pretty crazy. That thing is massive. That actually might not be the pterodactyl. That actually might be the Quetzalcoatlus. But then you got, look at this. You got this huge, massive mastodon here. This. Or mammoth. I don't know.
One of many mighty
definitely the mammoth.
herbivores.
Yep. We're going to check that out here in a second. You got your giant beavers. These things were about 10,000 years ago.
It can bite.
Roughly. Yeah, I mean, those things are pretty big. But,
they can bite.
oh, yeah. They can bite wood. And they were called the Castoroids. And it was the largest rodent back then. It's weighed 275 pounds and reached lengths of over 7 feet. Wow, that's crazy. And 6-inch incisors were ideal for chipping marsh grass and downing trees. And excellent swimming skills allowed it to evade predators.
Is this one?
That's crazy. And that one is that's the Colombian mammoth here. This big sucker. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, that was crazy. And so yeah, he was about 130,000 to 11,000 years ago. It's just crazy. And he's like a relative of the Eurasian mammoth that crossed the Bering land bridge. I don't know how you say that. Beringian, something like that. This big thing right here, right above us, looks like a kind of a pterodactyl. It's actually a Quetzalcoatlus, and I played with this animal a lot in the video game Ark Survival Evolved. So yeah, it was 67 to 66 million years ago, right here in Texas. And it was one of the largest animals ever to fly, with a wingspan much like a jet fighter. And it only weighed as much as a large human adult. That's crazy. Wow. So it'll weigh about 150 pounds. You gotta be crapping me. The wings were composed of membrane of skin with collagen fibers, and they still debate the eating habits of this thing. Did it, consume crustaceans or mollusks, or was it both a hunter and scavenger like a modern day eagle? So I don't know. That's just crazy. I mean, this thing would be ultimately scary to come across because it would probably, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like it would eat you. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't have a stomach big enough to eat you, but
150 pounds, bro. That's.
I mean, if it can weigh like 100 or 200 pounds, that's just nuts. Chris, here we're at the Edmontosaurus. We got like some small skulls, a nice little skeleton. We got a huge skull there. These things were about 70 to 65 million years ago, up in Alberta, Canada. That's where it was collected from, at least. And yeah, it says that Edmontosaurus was a common dinosaur in northern Alaska during the late Cretaceous epoch. And this herbivore wandered the landscape in herds, and it's called, basically it's a duck-billed dinosaur due to its broad, flat snout, and weighed about 2 tons and reached 30 feet in length. So that's the juvenile skeleton on display right there, as well as a skull. But that looks like it's an adult skull right here. Super, super cool.
Fascinating,
big
for all you animal lovers out there.
Very much.
And dinosaurs, just the prehistoric times were just
crazy.
Just unbelievable how immense, how big these were.
It's like they're over here cleaning up a fossil and trying to expose it from this rock, which is pretty neat because I've never seen anything like this done ever.
Yeah.
Looks like she's brushing some type of liquid. I don't know if it's water or what.
Yeah.
And then she's taking a toothbrush,
doing her best to expose the print, from what the animal left behind on this rock. Just
really cool. I like it. It's really neat. And so you can see this actually on camera right here, what she's doing. I got a camera on it. Wow, that's neat. And they got more specimens over here. They got some specimens down this way that they've. Looks like they chipped away at some stuff. You got a lot of old rock. Looks like some of this has been casted.
Probably left over from what they've cleared out.
A lot of cool stuff. But we're gonna move around here. There's another couple things over this way. We're gonna check out. I don't know where. Oh, there you guys are. Finally.
I saw a raptor.
She's actually over there working on something. That's the camera.
I know. Me and him already went there.
I want to go this way. I see that. Let's go this way. Oh yeah, that's a cool. Woo, that thing looks crazy. Actually, it doesn't say what it is up there. But. So right here we got the Pachyrhinosaurus skeleton from 70 to 69 million years ago, collected from the North Slope Borough in Alaska, and its habitat extended across Canada to the northern regions of Alaska. And this herbivore dinosaur reached lengths of about 23 feet and weighed as much as a rhinoceros. And says that rather than growing facial horns, it possessed unusual bodied bony knobs on its face called bosses. These features may have played a role in mating and displays or duels, and perhaps they also serve to communicate status and identity within the herd. So that's pretty neat. And they got some bigger skulls over here. It looks like they got that's the Pachyrhino that we just seen, but this looks like got some Triceratops going on over here. So yeah, like right here, we got the Styracosaurus skull, 75 to 74 million years ago, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I see. And this thing weighed about 3 tons and reached lengths of about 18 feet. And as it neared adulthood, it grew a long nose horn and several long spikes on its frill. And the holes in the frills suggest that it was delicate and easily damaged, so the frills and distinctive horns probably served as visual flair to woo mates and intimidate rivals. Then you got the Torosaurus, about 67 to 66 million years ago, collected from South Dakota and Hardin County. And it ranged across much of the western North America. And this creature grew up to about 30 feet long and plucked vegetation with its beaked mouth. And some scientists believe its elegant headgear did not have enough strength to actually withstand physical fights. So they hypothesized that instead it was used to impress the females. So that's pretty neat. Here, guys, looks like we have a Proto-Hadros skull. Proto-Hadros, weird name.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says it belonged to a group of plant-eating dinosaurs called Hadrosaurids. Fully grown Proto-Hadros could reach lengths of 30 feet and stand more than 8 feet at the hips. Wow, that's crazy. And the skull here was cast from fossils discovered in North Texas. So that's pretty neat. And then if we come around this way, we also got another specimen here. And this one is actually a Troodon. Looks like it's a Troodon skull fragment, skeleton replica. And these things came around 70, 67, or 69 million years ago. And this fossil belongs to a portion of a Troodon skull that had enclosed the brain. It says it was a smart dinosaur. It possessed one of the largest dinosaur brains relative to the body size. And the discovery of this fossil by museum paleontologists was a breakthrough. It confirmed that Troodon's habitat extended further north than originally believed. Huh. That's pretty cool. Look at dancing dinosaurs, guys. Look at that.
There's a couple of dancing dinosaurs to the right.
That's pretty cool.
That are making the movements for the
gotta
dinosaurs
dance
on the screen
to make it happen.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can
That's
pretend to
crazy.
be a dinosaur. It's like
That's crazy. We're gonna move upstairs though. We got some more stuff to see. So
Yeah.
let's move this way. Here we got the Deinosuchus, Deinosuchus, or something like that. Then you got the Archaeopteryx, which is this tiny thing, and the Flexomornis, the flex-shouldered bird, and then the Archaeopteryx stands for ancient wing, and the Deinosuchus, whatever, I don't know how you say that. Terrible claw. We got the Hesperornis, which is the western bird. If you look here, it says, I don't know how you pronounce that, but we're going to go with it. So, the Deinosuchus, I'm going to say chus, is a medium dinosaur. And it says its relatives include Tyrannosaurus rex and modern birds. And it had a long tail with serrated teeth and an unfused pelvis. Pretty neat. And then you got the Archaeopteryx skeleton. That's pretty cool. It was like 150 to 148 million years ago when extended, the wings of this feathered dinosaur measured 19.6 inches across, about the same as a pigeon. It's actually pretty neat. So it had a mix of primitive and more advanced traits. Okay, that's pretty cool. You got the Flexomornis here, and this was a primitive toothed bird loosely resembling a modern roadrunner, and it belonged to an extinct group of primitive birds. And then you got over here, you got the Hesperornis. There was 9 known species of this water bird, 8 of which have been found in North Africa. That's pretty cool. So this one, I guess, dived down. It would catch its food. It's got lobbed toes, suggests that it was an adept swimmer or a diver and swimmer. And its primitive teeth helped it catch and eat fish. That's pretty neat.